Do you think real estate was just too good of an investment for Canadians? Because then that would just have diverted funds from other opportunistic venture cap activities.
The short answer is no. And the reason is, if large Canadian investors had half of their investments in the private markets over the last 40 years, then maybe I'd have a different answer. But reality is, you go back 35, 40 years, we were in a 60-40 environment, right? It was 60 equity, 40 bonds, right? And it's only in the last sort of 30 years, starting with the biggest Maple Eights and then graduating all the way down through the smaller and smaller institutional investors, have we begun really to grow the private allocation of which real estate's at the forefront. And so I don't think it was, hey, real estate was set it and forget it. Times are great. And so why would we look beyond? It was more, from my personal perspective, around some of the tables where we sort of looked at venture cap and unsuccessfully trying to get other investment committee members around those tables to invest in venture cap. Mm-hmm. It was more the perception of the riskiness and the volatility of those returns and your ability to replicate venture cap using small cap equities at a fraction of the price. Right. So to me, it wasn't a real estate versus venture cap thing. It was more what I just described.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding, I mean, it's been a great ride, right, in real estate since, the early 90s.
Everybody wants to get on the bus when it's driving forward.
Yeah, of course. And does TD Asset Management do venture capital?
No.
Okay, all right. So good.
Okay. So this was very much my personal.
Maybe you should start.
I have been involved.
A lot of good points, though.
It's more country thing, right? Mm-hmm. And whether you're, an investor in the public markets or not in the private markets, you look at our country, could speak at on other points as well. But I do think you have to really understand where you're investing. And for Canada, I'd say this is an area that has held us back. And it's just become a lot more apparent because a lot more people are talking about productivity. But you have to drill down into understanding what's created this dramatic gap, between us and the U.S., but not just us and the U.S., other countries.
Right.
And this is just one of those areas. But I think there's great venture cap investors out there. There should be a lot more in Canada, and they should be a lot bigger.